It's about 20 minutes past the hour. I'm YNN meteorologist Carrie Keevers. Overall, we had a decent Wednesday across the area. We started out today with a lot of sunshine. We did have a period of some extra cloud cover during the afternoon hours. Most areas made it through the day rain-free. There were just a couple of very isolated showers and sprinkles that popped up Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures Wednesday, not too bad, with highs in the 70s and the lower 80s. At this point, we are watching a cold front working in from the west, or chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms increasing overnight heading through the first part of Thursday. Any thunderstorm will produce some heavier rainfall.
Exodus 8, King James Version. And the Lord spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh and say, Thus saith the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite thy waters with frogs. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and under thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon all thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thine kneading trough. And the frogs shall come up both on thee, and upon thy people, and upon thy servants. And the Lord said unto Moses, saith unto Moses, Stretch forth thine hand with thine rod over the streams, over the rivers, over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched forth his hand, and the waters of Egypt and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron, and said, Entreat the Lord that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let thy people go, that they may sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, Glory over me, when I shall entreat it for thee, and for thy servants and thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy house, and they may remain in the river only. And he said, Tomorrow, he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Lord our God. And the frog shall departurely Nox Patriabana Christ Melchizedek, departly Athena. And the frog shall deliver from thee, and from thy house, and from thy servants, and from thy people shall they remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs which had wrought against Pharaoh. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, and out of the villages, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them, as the Lord hath said. And the Lord said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch forth thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, and it may become lice throughout the land of Egypt. Oh, this is my buddy right here. And they did so. For Aaron stretched forth his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man. That means woman too, by the way, and in beast, and in dust of the land, because lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast. And then the magicians said unto Pharaoh, This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. And the Lord said unto Moses, Rise up early, and stand before Pharaoh, and to come forth to the water. And he said unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Let thy people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send form the flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into the houses, and in the house of Egypt shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground wherein they are. And I will sever that day of the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there. To the end thou shalt know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people, and tomorrow shall this sign be. And the Lord did so, and there came grievous swarms of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into the servants' houses, and into the land of Egypt, that was corrupted by the reason of the swarm of flies. And Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, "Go ye sacrifice to your God." And Moses said, "It is not meet to do so, for we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our God. Shall we sacrifice the abomination be Egyptians before their eyes, and they will not stone us? We will go 3 days into the wilderness and sacrifice unto our God, and he shall command us. And we shall go 3 days in the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God as he shall command us." And Moses and Pharaoh said unto them, I will let you go, that they may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only you shall not go very far away to entreat me. And Moses said, Behold, I will go from thee, and I will entreat the Lord that the former flies may depart from Pharaoh, and from his servants, and from his people, and let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, and not letting the people sacrifice to the Lord. I'm reading one more scripture after this, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, Mom. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord, and the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, that his servants and his people, there remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart this time also, neither would he let the people go. Yeah, typical.
So this time of year, lots of kids and families are getting ready for what for many of them may be a new routine, whether it's what's ready for school lunch or getting in for that annual physical exam. And experts say it's especially important to make sure that mental health is also included on that checklist. The children have to adjust if they're going to different